Going to give the lawn the green, a double cut today, possibly a triple. Just want to go in 2 different directions so we get a really, really nice clean cut on here. Might even get the Stimpmeter out. Might do that tomorrow to see how fast this green is rolling so you guys can understand how fast it's rolling at 7mm. Not that fast. So let's get straight into it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. As you can see in the background here, that sand has completely disappeared that I actually did that yesterday, filmed that yesterday, edited it, and you guys saw that on Wednesday night. But it's all completely disappeared, so we're gonna get the mower on there now and give this a double cut. We won't collect any sand because it's a dusting and it's dropped down so low below the canopy. If I was doing a heavier dusting or a top dress, I'd actually go and get my older mower, Toro, just because I've been using it on sand already and use that. But since we're not gonna be collecting any sand, back to the JD and double cut today, and it should look so much schmicker after a double cut. Nothing beats a double cut, I tell you what, well, maybe a triple cut. Let's do it. One cut in, we've got about just under half a catcher, and that's with doing a single cut yesterday, which got a bit over half a catcher. Time for a second cut. Man, nothing really is hard to beat a double cut. It just tidies it up so much more. Like going in 2 different directions, you just miss those blades of grass that you got on your first cut. Triple cut's good as well, but I mean, double cut's probably enough at the moment while this thing is ticking along. Man, it is really, really filling it at the moment. I'm loving it. I cannot believe it. Have a go at that. Brother. Whoa, it's looking good. Man, it's actually warm today. It's like humid, which is kind of odd. It's good because this is the perfect temps for us to be getting some growth on this. When I say warm, I think it's 21 degrees out here when I was looking at the weather station. But for the green, perfect. I've been mentioning I need to do some more overseeding on the edges. So what I'm talking about is these edges here. So as you can see, we still haven't got this completely filled in through here, just with ryegrass. I'm not gonna overseed the bent grass any more times because that will fill in by itself. Speaking of this, it's actually going a bit blue. It's looking quite dry this afternoon, so the leaf is wilting a bit. So we need to get some water on there right now. There's a little bit of ryegrass, unfortunately, down in there that's washed into some spots, so I'll be picking that out, or it will eventually die out the more and more we keep mowing these areas, but a little bit of ryegrass through here as well. As frustrating as. But I'm not sure how well you guys can see it on camera, but there's actually also a blue spot just there. So that's just the grass wilting after a bit of stress. I haven't watered it all day. I don't think I even watered it yesterday. I might have watered to get the dew off, but that was it, just a bit of a quick syringe. So we need to hand water a couple of spots around here, and especially that new grass just there, which is only about, I think it's 20 days old. That stuff just there, some stuff that I overseeded. Let's just give it a quick putt though. Oh, it's looking beautiful. No, it's actually rolling pretty quick today. The double cut was good for it. Oh, every time, bro. Also, off the second cut, I forgot to mention this, we got basically nothing, just enough to cover the bottom of the catcher. So I'd say there's only about 10 handfuls in there on a 500 square meter green. So we got next to nothing off, but it's definitely given it a cleaner cut and the lawn just looks so much tidier. Thought I'd quickly show you guys how the Kikuyu's looking as well. Now I have not been doing much with this, been mowing it, letting the rain take care of it because I've had some good rain. If I've got a little bit of liquid fert left in my spray tank, I will come up here and do it. Sometimes I've got a bit too much left, so I'm able to get over this whole area the once. Look at this. It's looking really good. Nice and lush, green. The height of cut is a little bit higher as well because I'm not keeping on top of it as much because we're focusing on the golf green so much. I haven't really been putting too much focus on this area here. So it is actually due for a pre-emergent application. I probably should have done it probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, to be honest, to stop any winter grass and any winter weeds coming up in this lawn. So I'm gonna get some barricade out on here. You could use something like barricade or Spartan as well on an area like this, just to mostly prevent your winter weeds. Now, if you're overseeding with some ryegrass or just putting any seed out, do not put down a pre-emergent. Make sure that you don't put one down because it will stop your grass seed coming up as well. But I know a little bit of power does get in here over the winter time, so I've got to get the barricade out, and it's always better to do it late than never, just not too late, like it's in the middle of like June or something like that, when basically all your power plants would have germinated anyway. But I haven't seen anything pop up in here yet, so still good to get some down. Super dewy down here this morning. We got about 5 mil of rain last night, so rain, love it, always helps. But we're gonna get the dew off this morning, but instead of using this bad boy, we're gonna use this massive dew broom. Shout out to Ben Cox for giving this to me. This thing is a weapon. It's like the old ones we used to use in the bowling green when I was back on the golf course, because we had a bowling green there, which I used to help look after, and also the golf course as well. So it was a good learning experience as a greenkeeper, because you get to learn both sides of the trade. But look at the size difference. Let's see how it goes with the undulations and stuff, because it is designed for a bowling green, but it's going to be a lot softer on the leaf because the bristles aren't like firm and like this. And it would be good for even rubbing in some dusting if it works well. So let's test it out. Let's give it a go. Yeah, boy. Man, that brings back some memories doing that. Getting up early on a Saturday morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, going down for Saturday bowls, de-dew in the green, the bowling green, giving it a cut. Most of the time it's a single cut, sometimes a double, and then a roll afterwards as well. Mostly just during like bigger events, but man, that really does bring back memories. So just coming down to the green this morning, it has filled in a lot overnight. We have been having really, really good warm night temps at the moment for this time of year in Orange, which is perfect for this. Up around 10, 11, 12 degrees. It's actually a little bit warmer than it is in town because we're just a little bit lower than it is in town. So we should be able to keep this thing growing all throughout winter. But that Vitalize and Pronto has really helped this thing move sideways, plus all of the other amendments I've been putting on here at the moment with all our microbes and everything. It's just really helped push things along. Last time I'm probably going to show you guys this because it's pretty much filled in, but this was the spot that was looking dead, and I thought it had disease almost or something. It was just looking uber sick after that roll, but it's pretty much filled in now, like 2 weeks later. Like, that is crazy. Love to see it. We're going to bring the height of cut down now. We've had our repair, it's come back, it's really, really healthy and repairing well. So we're going to bring this down to 6 mil today. So we're at 7 currently, bring it down to 6, and then the following week we'll probably try and squeeze it down to 5 mil after that. Might as well do it while it's thick and help it just keep pushing sideways, keep our dusting up, keep our fertilizer up. And this thing should honestly be filled in. It pretty much is filled in lots and lots of spots apart from these little areas like this, but give that 2 weeks and that should be filled in with how much it's moving at the moment. So we're going to set a height of cut today with this Acu gauge here. Now, you obviously don't need an Acu gauge. You can just get a flat bit of steel with a nut on it, which will basically, what it measures is the gap between these rollers here and your bottom blade, the underside lip of your bottom blade. So we adjust this top roller here up and down. So if we're going up, the height of cut comes down. So it's currently set to 7 on the dot, which is good. So only going to bring it down 1 mil. Now, as I mentioned the other day, this bar here is going to help us just adjust this one side. That's going to bring both up at the same time. So we'll give this a double cut at that 6mm, see how it looks. One cut in and probably just over half a catcher. It's good. Getting some grass off, but not too much grass. Let's go again. Double cut now done on the green at that 6mm, and honestly I reckon we could take it down to 5mm. It's handling it absolutely fine, looking pure as though we're pretty much nearly at the height we were before. We're at 5.5mm, so we're 0.5mm off what we were at, and man, it is looking good. Not much up on that. We're only enough to really cover the bottom of the catcher, maybe a tiny bit more of that. More than our second cut from yesterday though, so we definitely got a lot more grass off today than we did yesterday. And you can just tell the green is just really growing every single day. It's pretty insane how much it grows and how much you get off when you're daily mowing on a golf green. It's absolutely insane, but how good is this looking? So we're about to do our Stimpmeter reading, but first off, I'm not gonna put our fert out on the video today, but I'm gonna put it out later this afternoon so I can get this thing edited. But I'm just gonna put out my lawn tips mix, which is the Brilliance, Vitalize, and the Nourish. That's what I'm gonna put out today. And then I'm also gonna put in some Pronto in there at half rate, just to push some growth on this area, but we're also going to help with our P&RK and our microbes and stuff with the other products, so that it's not only pushing growth and not getting any other macronutrients in there. But let's do a Stimpmeter reading. So basically what a Stimpmeter reading is going to show us how fast that our green is playing at. So this is not going to be fast, let's be honest. Like a fast green's going to be up around 12, 13, I think that's what it is anyway. I'm not super trained up on it all, but like your average sort of public course may be running at around a 9, an 8 or a 9, something like that. I want to try and get this up around the 12 for the fun of it, but today I'm assuming this will be like 8, possibly even 7, maybe even slower. Now this is, I'll show you how we measure it. So it's our Stimpmeter. We get a golf ball, we get 3 of them. We measure 3 rolls and get the average of that in that direction. Then we come from the opposite direction and roll it 3 times as well, get the averages of that, and then put those 2 numbers together, divided by 2 to get an average, and that will be our Stimpmeter reading. How this works is, you can see it's got a little notch here for a golf ball. You basically just slowly bring it up until it drops and gravity takes it. Now this is the flattest spot on the green. Now, there's another flat spot down a little bit lower, but this spot here is quite flat. We're not going uphill, we're not going downhill, we're just going across. There might be a little bit of break to the right, but not really much in this particular spot just here. So just so you guys know how that far is in meters, pretty much bang on 3 meters exactly the furthest ball is. Yep, exactly 3 meters. 9, nearly 10 foot at the furthest ball. It's at 9 foot 10, 9 foot 8, 9 foot 6. Must have been a little bit downhill. Oh well, either way, it'll get our average. Divided by 2 equals, so it's running at about a 7. Which is slow, as you can imagine. As I'm saying, it's at 6mm, so what did I say, 7 or 8? Yep, I was bang on the money. Well, that will be interesting to see how that progresses over the next couple of months. Obviously, once we start lowering our height of cut, I'll do another measurement next time we lower our height of cut. If we do a roll on it, we'll make sure we do it then. There's gonna be so many different things. If a double cut, we could measure a double cut against a single cut. You're definitely gonna have to do that over the next little while. It's such a cool thing. But yeah, as you can tell, the green's slow. But it's not gonna be a bad thing having a slow green out here because of the ridiculous undulations out here. Like, it is crazy. All right, just to show you guys, this is right on the edge of that big slope. I'm gonna tap it. And it just keeps on rolling. This is definitely slower though than it was when I had a 5.5mm and we gave it a roll. When we'd putt from there, it would have rolled another probably 5 or 6 meters past that point there. So I'd say when we rolled it, it was up around probably more like a 10 or an 11, like you like a golf course. But yeah, it's slow because we're at 6mm. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I should hit a shot into this next week. I really want to. I'm going to do it before the tee's built, so yeah, I'm not going to wait until the tee's built. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's ready to hit a shot into it? I reckon it pretty much is, to be honest. Like, it is looking really, really good, but I want to get your guys' opinion as well. So let me know what you think, but I think that's ready for a golf ball to come down onto it. Obviously not smacking shots in for ages, but just one shot to see how we go. I actually got a security camera installed up over here so I can hit record on it if I want to take a shot and see how close we get to the pin. Possibly a hole in one. You never know. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Appreciate you. Next week I think we'll take this down to 5mm, keep dusting it, keep fertilising it. We're going to spray the weeds again on the surrounds. We've still got to overseed. I said I was going to do that today, but I'm going to wait. Probably until the weekend, we'll see. But I definitely need to get it done before we start getting frosts, if we get any this season, because last season we got like one on this property, which is nice. But thanks guys so much. Appreciate you, and I'll see you very soon.